guys, what's up? It's Joe Rady from Rady's Rides. I'm obviously here in my garage where a lot of those early videos first started when I began the channel all the way back in October of 2017. Today is a very special day. As you saw in the title, as you saw in the thumbnail, I just bought myself a 2018 Subaru WRX Type RA. Now I know a lot of you are probably scratching your head wondering, why, Joe? Why did you get this car? You had a Ford Focus RS, had a 2017 Ford Focus RS that I got rid of and got this. Why would I do that? Why didn't I get a Shelby GT350, my ultimate, close to obtainable dream car? Why didn't I go get a Subaru S209 coming out? Lots of questions. Why didn't I go get a Type R? All these different things you guys are talking about. First of all, I want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart for supporting Rady's Rides, watching the channel, spreading the word on the channel. Because of all of you, it allows me to go and get something like this. So I'm very grateful for all that you guys do, and really being part of that Rady's Rides family and helping to make the channel really what it is. As many of you are also aware, you know that I love all cars. So I'm not going to sit here and bash the RS or say it was a terrible car or any of that, because guess what? I really did like the RS. If I could have one of each, that would be a dream come true, to be able to have a nice dream garage like that. But you know what? This, in essence, is a dream come true and has a really, really cool story behind it. So I bought the car from Reeves of Subaru in Tampa, and great organization. It was actually my first time that I bought a car from Reeves. I've done filming for Reeves. As many of you are aware, I go to their monthly Motorsports by Reeves gathering over in Tampa, Florida. Had a great experience. I'm being dead serious. They did not pay me to say this. LD, the sales manager there, really tells it like it is, and does not want to waste your time. He's totally straightforward and just gets that out there. Not going to waste your time, and he really didn't waste my time or Lori's time when we were down there during the experience. Jerry was our salesman down there, and overall just a very good group of people down at Reeves, and really want you to leave happy, whether you're buying a car or not. So interesting story. Going back to 2017, when Subaru first announced that they were going to release this special model, it was only going to be available in the United States, and this was really the first time that a Type RA had ever been offered in the United States. That designation had only been kept for Japan and the Japanese market. Now, if you did not see my review yet, I did do a review of this car, full review, stem to stern, and I will leave that at the end of this video. And I did actually do the review before I bought it. I had not bought the car yet. That was definitely all done a day before I even bought the car. So just something to be aware of. But RA stands for record attempt. And what Subaru wanted to do is they wanted to create a special edition because of their amazing record attempts that they did with the WRX STI. Now, yes, the WRX STI that they use was heavily modified and all that, but that's neither here nor there. This car was unique for that, and it has a lot of unique features that you're not going to find on your standard STI. It's the first ever STI or WRX to have a carbon fiber roof and also that carbon fiber wing out there. But like I said, if you want to know more about the car, watch that review at the end of this video. I'll put the link there. But here's the fun story, and you know me, I love stories when it comes to people buying cars, finding cars, all that kind of stuff. So when they first announced that they were going to come out with this special model, I had a 2015 WRX STI at the time, World Rally Blue. I love that color. I love the rally cars. I've been a fan for very, very long. As you can see, I'm wearing my Subaru shirt for this special occasion. But as soon as I found out, I went down to Reeves and I wanted to put a deposit down. Now, I actually did put a deposit down. The problem was I was third in line. If you've already seen the review, or if you know your Type RA stuff, you would know that this is one of 500 that were produced. So pickings were going to be slim because think about it, there are more Subaru dealerships than 500. So when I went down there and put my deposit, I was third in line. What that means is that the first person would have to change their mind about getting it, the second person would have to change their mind about getting it, and then the third person would be me, which would have the option of buying it. Now, another thing to be aware, this model comes in 3 separate colors: white, black, and blue. I really wanted the World Rally Blue, obviously, especially with the gold BBS wheels. Now, the dealerships did not know what colors they were getting. They could have got a white one, they could have got a black one, or they could have got a blue one. They had no choice, and there was no way to find out, especially in 2017, because these didn't come out until well into 2018. So I decided to put the deposit down and just roll the dice. Well, it got to the point where I started getting the itch for a new car, and I just figured, you know what, I'm probably not going to be able to get it. And what's interesting, after I got my deposit back, that's when Subaru announced that the car was going to cost around $50,000. This one, I actually got all the paperwork. It's got only 5,000 miles. It's Subaru certified, pre-owned, so that means I got a 7-year, 100,000-mile warranty with the whole powertrain and everything. Like I said, it came with the window sticker. I got all the books still wrapped in plastic. Nothing was touched on this thing. So took my deposit back. Then the Type R, the Honda Civic Type R was released, and I had an opportunity to buy a red one that they were not charging anything over MSRP, and that's what made me originally get rid of my 2015 STI and go to a Type R. Now, as many of you are aware, I had the Type R for about a year, and it just wasn't for me. Nothing against the Type R. I still love the Type R. It just wasn't for me. So I got rid of the Type R, and I figured that the RS was out, and I was able to get the RS at actually way under MSRP from Walker Ford, which that kind of was serendipity because we all know Rady's Rides in association with Walker Ford, how that all went down. Now, I later found out that the car that Reeves got, which is this one right here, same one, not the same type of car. This is the car that was delivered to Reeves, sold to Reeves, and then sold out of Reeves. I found out that it was World Rally Blue, so I was like, oh, that sucks. That would have been nice to get the World Rally Blue. But I still, that price was out of my price point. $50,000 was out of my budget for an STI. So I got the RS, and you know what? RS, great car. Lots of power, great all-wheel drive, enjoyed driving it, great sensations. Didn't even have the channel, remember, at that time when I got the Type R originally, or my 2015 STI. So that's why a lot of you, if you're looking for videos, hey, where's Joe's 2015 STI? I didn't even have the channel yet. So that's where we were at with that. Now, what's interesting is that since starting the channel, you know and I know that I get behind the wheel of a lot of cars. And my problem is, just like I know you guys have a problem, is when you see a new car or get a new car, you really want that car. Well, one thing I noticed that was happening was, yeah, a lot of cars I would drive, go home, and then I would really want the car. One thing I noticed though, when it came to Subarus, specifically WRXs and the STI, it was sticking in my mind longer that I wanted the car. Driving it, there's a certain way that these drive, especially with that hydraulic steering, where you feel very connected, and that manual transmission is just wonderful. Now, I know a lot of you are like, well, why didn't you get a GT350? Can't afford it. It's that simple. GT350 would be around $60,000 to $65,000. I don't have that right now in my budget. I mean, I could do it and put myself in a bad position, but I really I didn't want to do that, and I still don't want to do that. Same thing with the S209. S209 is $65,000. You know dealers are going to be marking that up if they even get one. They're only making 250 of those. And what's really weird is that the World Rally Blue one comes with dark wheels, not the gold BBS wheels. You have to get the white one because there's only 2 color choices for the S209, blue and white. So that's why I didn't go that route. I know some people were mentioning, why didn't you get an Audi RS3? First of all, no manual transmission, so zonk that. Second of all, we're right back to where we started, the almighty dollar. It's just not my budget to buy a $60,000 car. And yes, I could buy pre-owned just like I bought this one. Here's my problem. I have very particular wants when it comes to cars, especially when it comes to the body. And the things that you love that I point out, the small little intricate things, a lot of that has to do with that I'm just so like not wanting the car to have even the slightest scratch, that a pre-owned car a lot of times is out of the market for me, just because mileage, I don't know how it was driven, all that kind of stuff. Because this car is, first of all, only got 5,000 miles, very, very low. Second of all, it's certified pre-owned through Subaru, so they do a whole different checklist. It can't have any mods, it can't be tuned or anything like that. So you know that when it comes to this car, it's going to be untouched. The third part of it is I learned a lot about the owner and why he got rid of the car. Because I know that was another question a lot of you guys brought up, is why would the owner get rid of the car with only 5,000 miles? A car, they only made 500 of them. The gentleman is a car collector here in the area. He bought the car new from Reeves. He's got a lot of other cars. He's got other Subarus. He's got tons of stuff. What had happened was one of the other Reeves locations, and if you've ever been to Tampa, Florida, you would know that the Reeves dealerships, they've been there for a very, very long time. Established company, and a lot of it has to do with the way that they treat people. But anyways, on Florida Avenue is a line of Reeves dealerships, BMW, Porsche, Maserati, all of those different brands, Subaru, so on and so forth. Somebody at one of the other locations had traded in a McLaren. I forget off the top of my head, I want to say it was a 570, but don't quote me on that. I believe it was a 570 that was traded in on something else. And I believe that something else was some type of Porsche 911. That car was traded in. The owner of this car, the previous owner, he is good friends with lots of people at Reeves because he's bought a lot of cars from them. They called him up, let him know about the McLaren, and then he came up with a plan to get himself a McLaren, because that was his dream car, was to get a McLaren. So he traded in this car and this 2017 Dodge Hellcat that he had to help make that dream a possibility. And he still has plenty of other cars. So don't feel bad that he had to get rid of two to get one, even though that one is a McLaren. He still has plenty of other cars. So thankfully for me, I get this cream puff. Only has 5,000 miles, one owner. Obviously the Carfax has to be clean for it to be Subaru certified pre-owned. To be honest with you, if the car wasn't certified pre-owned, I probably would not have bought it. Even if it was in stock engine condition and stuff, because you know and I know lots of things can be changed and they can be changed back. Even with the tunes, Subaru, when it comes to being certified, a tune couldn't even be placed on this car or would not pass that certification process. So that's really where this whole car kind of came full circle for me. I was third in line to get this car, obviously never did. I have an opportunity to get a car that is just not going, you're not going to go down to Reeves and see another Type RA anytime soon, especially this condition, this color, this mileage and everything like that. So I said to myself, you know what? I've wanted this one because I wanted it before I started Rady's Rides. I need to get on it. And that's what led me to get this. So I just wanted to give you the full story. Do I still want a GT350? Hell yes. Amazing car. It's just right now, it's just not in the budget. And that's okay, because guess what? We're moving in a direction where those things will be more of a possibility for me in the future. But I'm just so grateful to be able to have something so special, especially for a Subaru person like myself. And, you know, I remember back in college watching on Speed Vision the World Rally Championship and seeing Petter Solberg win all the different rallies and going back even to the late 90s with Colin McRae and whatnot. So I've been a Subaru person for a very long time, but I'm a Subaru person who also loves all the other cars. So you will still expect to see more amazing cars, amazing reviews from amazing people, and I'm gonna be bringing that all to you. But I wanted to just give you the nitty gritty on this, let you know about it. We will be doing more reviews on this, showing different parts of it, and if I'm going to do anything. Now, I'll be honest with you straight up right now, I'm probably not gonna mod it when it comes to the engine and stuff. A car like this, especially because I have that 7-year warranty, I went ahead and was able to get the bumper to bumper for 7 years. I'm not gonna mess with it. I mean, the car, I absolutely, let's see, there's a little bit of a smudge mark right there. That's the type of eyes that I have, but I absolutely love the car, and I just wanted to share this with you. Lots of exciting news coming soon, so stay tuned, and I just want to thank you all for your support. If these are the types of things that you like to see on Rady's Rides, leave a comment in that comment section. If you're new to the channel, and you're wondering who's this Joe Rady guy, hit that subscribe button. I promise you it's worthwhile coming back for more. If you are a subscriber, thank you. Thank you for being part of the Rady's Rides family and sharing this whole amazing journey with me. It's wonderful to be able to share it with you guys. If you want to keep making great content, if you want me to keep making great content and you want to help out, click the link in the description. Get yourself some Rady's Rides merch. We got some new stuff coming soon, so stay tuned for that. I definitely got to give a huge shout out and a thank you to my wonderful, lovely, beautiful, intelligent wife, Lori. She was able to share in all of this excitement with me, and you know, she gave me the green light. When she saw that the car was available, she gave me the green light and was like, go for it, you want that car. But just like always, guys, I'll see you on the next ride.